About Aaron Rodgers, a New York Jet in a massive trade. I mean, finally, it feels like the inevitable has happened here, Jake. It feels like the New York Jets got their guy, and their guy being Aaron Rodgers. Let me get you the details on this trade real quick. The New York Jets, they get Aaron Rodgers. They switch from number 13 to number 15 in the first round. They also get number 179 this year. Now, the Green Bay Packers get up to number 13. They get the 42 and the 207th pick this year, a 2024 second-round pick, but this is critical. If Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps, Jake, for the New York Jets, that is upgraded to a first-round pick. Do you like this deal?
Yeah, I mean, I think it benefits both sides. I think we can pretty safely say that he's going to play that many snaps. He'll play that percentage. He'll cover that. And that pick will vest, if you will. And I think that, Aaron Rodgers is it's time for him to show what he can do in another franchise. And I'm kind of done with the whole, hey, the Packers did this or didn't do that, and we couldn't figure this out or couldn't do that. The Devontae situation, like there's just been all these situations over the years, and there's no doubt about it. The guy's a Hall of Famer, but at some point, you have to get to that next level. And so, this trade goes down and everyone wants to talk about how now the Jets are in that top cut of team in the AFC. And I'm not sure that I necessarily agree with that right out of the gate. I think they have to prove that they can be, the Buffalo Bills, that they can be the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
See, and I guess I view this completely differently. I think this makes the New York Jets the absolute favorites coming out of the AFC. I think they're right there. I don't disagree with the Buffalo Bills. I think we all believe that the Kansas City Chiefs, until they're not, are the best team in the NFC or the AFC. But I think this puts the Jets right up there. And the biggest question is going to be, what are the New York Jets willing to do to protect Aaron Rodgers? Because I truly believe that is their biggest issue, is his backside at left tackle with Becton. I think they're going to have to figure that out. I think when you have the assets that they have now, you can make a trade to upgrade that tackle position, or you can keep your picks and you can draft more talent. I don't know. If it's me, Aaron Rodgers isn't on like a 10-year plan here. Aaron Rodgers is year to year, and really he's probably snap to snap, even though he's proven durable and he will play when he's hurt. But if it's me, I'm doing everything that I can do to get the best left tackle possible to protect Aaron Rodgers' backside. But don't make any mistake about this. I think the New York Jets are one of the most talented teams in the entire NFL. And yeah, Jake, I think they're a contender for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely one of the most talented teams. I think what's interesting is this idea that Aaron Rodgers has, like, everybody respects Aaron Rodgers, but now because he's a Jet, we want to say that they are, like Super Bowl favorites, right? Like, I don't know that I'm ready to say that about Aaron Rodgers. The guy's never proven to be a winner. The guy's never taken anybody anywhere. Like, you've been to the playoffs, sure, but has Aaron Rodgers been even remotely as good as some of the quarterbacks that are in the league right now? Like, obviously, Patrick Mahomes has had more to work with, but some people would make the case that Patrick Mahomes is a more talented, more capable quarterback. Okay, throw Patrick Mahomes out the window. There are other guys in the league that you could compare Aaron Rodgers to, and I think that he doesn't do great in those comparisons. So I guess I just feel like this is that classic moment in sports where a trade finally gets done, and it looks great on paper, and I don't disagree with that. They're going to be very good. They are going to be one of the best teams in the AFC. I don't doubt that, but that's not good enough for Aaron Rodgers. That's not good enough for the investment you made.
You seem very skeptical. I'm a little surprised by this
really
because now, granted, in our vaunted pre-show meeting, we didn't get the opportunity to really go into this trade much because it happened right before the show started. But my feeling is this is a win for the New York Jets. Mm-hmm. So where are you guys at on this in the comments section? Let's get your opinions on this. Obviously, every single day, the Monty Show is presented by The Advocates, theadvocates.com. The best injury attorneys in the business, hands down, The Advocates. And they prove that every day because they never make you reach into your pocket. No, you don't pay The Advocates until they win your case. So all you have to do is get to theadvocates.com. You can chat with an attorney live online 24/7. Been in a car accident, you got hurt at work. If you're battling Social Security, hey, the advocates will fight for you. You need to get your life back on track. You need somebody that can help you do that. What you don't deserve is that accident, but you do deserve an advocate at theadvocates.com. Whew, good start to the show. Jake, as usual, is wrong about his sports takes. So
I'm happy to hate on Aaron Rodgers all day.
I know
I'm
you are.
happy to.
By the way, real quick before we get to this Big 12 thing.
Yeah.
I know it's shocking. We're going to talk Pac-12, Big 12. Are you guys at all surprised that Aaron Rodgers, and there's the trade on your screen, you see the tweet of Adam Schefter. Are you guys at all surprised that Aaron Rodgers will wear number 8 for the New York Jets? He's been 12 his entire career in Green Bay. Obviously, most of you know when he was with the California Golden Bears, he wore number 8.
Right.
So Joe Namath, as the story goes, Joe Namath gave him permission to wear the number 12 with the Jets. But Aaron Rodgers said, "Au contraire, mon frère." Excuse me for having my cell phone light on. I'm a terrible person, I admit it. Aaron Rodgers said, "Au contraire, mon frère. I am going to wear number 8. I am not going to wear number 12 for the Jets, Jets. You like 8 or you like 12?
I mean, I personally like 12, but I think that, it's Joe Namath. I mean, I understand why, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you don't want anything to do with that. And Aaron Rodgers has always been the guy that wants to set his own path, so I understand it. If it was me picking, I'd want to wear 12, but, because it's a legend like Joe, I get it. Number 8's fine.
Do you like the way Aaron Rodgers looks in a Jet uniform?
I'm not going to say I like it.
It's awkward for you.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like, I feel like what we do in sports is when a big name player in any sport really gets traded to an average to above average situation at a minimum, right? And the Jets are an above average situation, ton of talent, great defense, like everything that you'd be looking for. Like, that's a great situation. What we want to do is we want to say, yep, here's your golden ticket to the Super Bowl. Go and get it, Aaron. And I don't believe in that in sports. I think that, especially in football, number one, injuries, obviously. Number two, can this young roster play in big games? You have some guys who have played in big games. Obviously, Lazard and Aaron Rodgers have a ton of history together. Yeah. That's not reinventing the wheel. But I think it's easy in these situations to be like, oh my God, the deal got done. They're going to the promised land. And it's like, yeah, the promised land includes beating Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's what I worry about, is that this is setting up Jet fan to be disappointed again. And it's like, it used to be good enough for Jet fans just to make the playoffs. But
that feels a little harsh, though. I mean, I think, and again, this is just my opinion. I feel like we have a situation where we have the luxury. As I fix my camera, because again, we were busy before the show. There, see, I look much better now.
Yeah.
We have the luxury of sitting here and second guessing these things. But if you're the New York Jets, I think you did everything you needed to do to contend for a Super Bowl. I mean, is anybody going to really blame the Jets and say, oh, man, I can't believe they made that huge mistake to trade for Aaron Rodgers? Because I don't feel like it's a huge mistake to trade for Aaron Rodgers. Frankly, I think it's exactly what you should do. You're the freaking New York Jets. Make the trade. Do the deal to put yourself in this position. And again, you're so deep. You've got great wide receivers. You got a really young running back who needs to stay healthy. Granted, what you need to do is upgrade that offensive line. This trade didn't change your ability to do that. So I think it helps you. Obviously, with Robert Saleh, you have a really good defensive coordinator. You have a really talented defense. There are no more excuses now for you to win a Super Bowl. And again, I am somebody who says for the Jets, this trade is a success if they get to the Super Bowl. But if you gave up a bunch of draft assets to just not make the playoffs, okay, it's an abject failure. Then we can have that discussion. But right now, why would this be anything but a rousing success for Aaron Rodgers in New York? I think this is a great deal.
Yeah, it's a great look. I'm not saying, hear me clearly, I'm not saying it's a bad deal. It's a good deal. But the new car smell wears off 5 weeks in when you've lost this guy or that guy, or you're facing adversity, or like
this team was 7-10 last year. How much more adversity? Like, it's over. This is as set up as this team is going to be. And watch how many times they're on half a dozen primetime games at least.
It must be.
At least.
Yeah.
When the schedule comes, I think the schedule comes out next week. This team is going to be, I mean, with Breece Hall and you look at Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, Alan Lazard, you have legitimate weapons on this team that I think you're absolutely in position to win your division and compete at a very high level in the AFC. The thing that worries you is, again, the tackle position. Mekhi Becton's a guy that just has not been able to stay healthy, number one, and I that's my only question. Let's see what they do in the draft, and do they trade up? Are they going to rely on a draft pick to play left tackle? Because I don't think you can do that either.
Right.
Other than that, I have nothing bad to say about this deal. I think it's a great deal. I think it's going to be fantastic. J-Rod says it's going to be the New York Jets will be 11-6.
Yeah, maybe
11-6.
Yeah.
Dustin Osterman, long term, the Packers won this trade. But again, Jordan Love's a huge question here, right? I mean, if you're the Packers, your question now is Jordan Love the guy that's going to take us into the future? I have real questions about that. In the short time we've seen him,
it's not been good.
No. Kyle J says Jake's sipping that haterade like usual.
Yep, happy to do it.
Jake, are you sipping the haterade?
I'm not going to slurp the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, dude. You got to show me something first.
Slurp the Jets.
You got to prove it.
Okay.
You got to prove it. Like we all remember Revis Island. We all remember the Rex Ryan days. We remember when you were really a really good team and that defense was number one in the league.
Absolutely.
And you were a damn good team. You were a damn good franchise. And I think that like I said, note I haven't said it's a bad trade. I think it's a great trade. I think it's the trade you should have made. I think the Jets did exactly what anybody else would do. I'm cool with all of that. What I'm talking about, what I'm haterating on, is the on-field, how this trade actually pans on the field. Do you actually win a Super Bowl with a guy who not 90 days ago was in a darkness retreat, who not 90 days ago was talking about, oh yeah, I got to think about retirement. Look at my guy. Look at how hairy Buddy is coming out of the darkness retreat, dude. Are you kidding me?
Man, look at Aaron. Aaron's got some bags under the eyes there.
You want that guy? You want that guy? To be the one that takes you to the promised land.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. And Glenn, San Diego State Aztec, thank you for the comment. I appreciate you bringing the creative juices forward. Saul Goodman says Tua is a bad QB. Because he's always hurt, right? Like he's always. Renee Roca says Aaron lights out Rodgers will retire with a single Super Bowl ring, second tier. Ooh. That's interesting. Brandon Butler is a Bears fan. I love to see him go. Amen. Build that stadium.
Where is Aaron right now?
Build that stadium. Damn right. Build that stadium. Absolutely. Now the Bears have a chance because someone has to win the North. Someone, Who's the best team in the North?
It's got to be the Vikings now, right?
No, Detroit Lions.
Well, yeah, if we're talking about gambling.
Could be. Glenn also says hope. There's hope. There is hope. There absolutely is hope. So if you're just tuning in, talking about the news that Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet. Aaron got traded today to the Jets. The Packers, I think, made a really good deal. They did not cave. They got their first-round pick. They get number 13 this year, number 42, and number 207 this year. And they give up the Jets give up a 2024 second-round pick that's upgradable to a first-round pick for the Packers if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps in New York. And
you're Aaron fucking Rodgers.
And usually he stays healthy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he's a guy that plays through injuries.
It's the left tackle thing that you were talking about. I mean, obviously you don't make this trade without having some type of plan in the draft or some type of plan to trade up or trade down or like go out and get someone. Like they've got a plan for that, and that once you solidify that, I think you're fine.
J-Rod says the Lions will win the North. Fear the Deer says, we get it, Jake. Preempted hate.
Yep.
It's exact. Jake's planning ahead.
And I'm going to hold all you schemers accountable when Aaron Rodgers is out in week 6 with a broken arm.
Better Call Saul says, Aaron in New York, more drama.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Exactly right.
The only difference now is the darkness retreat is going to be in a New York penthouse and not a shutout bag.
Callahan says, take us out of the dumpster and straight to the promised land. Oh, great. Ron.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, come on, dude.
See, there is and I agree. There is a healthy level of skepticism, mainly because this is not a guy who has traditionally been some kind of fantastic leader. I don't even disagree with that. By the
way, is he going to show up to OTAs now, or are we still going? Are we still, how are we handling all that, bro?
I would. Yeah, I mean, no more ayahuasca for the summer.
Yeah.
I think, in all seriousness, though, I think this is legacy defining for Aaron Rodgers. I think right here, right now, is where we find out. Is Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks of his generation? Because I think when you switch teams, and if you don't win on that new team, and you're blaming the Packers, because that's essentially what Aaron's doing.
Yeah.
Aaron is saying, screw the Packers. It's their fault, not my fault. Like, that's who Aaron Rodgers is. If you leave the Packers and you go to New York and you don't win for the Jets, a la the thumb Brett Favre, I think you are in real trouble legacy-wise. And I think that's where Aaron is, because I still maintain Aaron Rodgers has never shown you that he's a winner. In my opinion, anyway.
Is he in any danger of getting into Brett Favre land? Do you really think
he's there already.
Like, you think he's there already?
Yes, but he hasn't won, and he hasn't achieved at the level that Favre has. He's never sent D picks to somebody who didn't want them that we know of.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers is
D picks.
And to Jen Sturgeon.
Oh,
I get
my God, dude.
Never mind. Mr. Tinfoil Man says, all haul God Monty. I am no God, sir. I am no God at all.
In God's name, image,
seriously,
and likeness.
Thanks, Coach.